Yay, we're back and you're still
We
alive.
completed the mission, Treeby.
Yep.
No broken limbs or severe injuries. Just a fiery core flame in the palm of my hand.
I can feel the core flame's warmth. Well done, Finan.
I mean, I'm still a little worried about the thing we're gonna
It has been
summon after
far
all
too long
that,
since
but
Amphoreus last saw the birth of a demigod. Having you take Nikador's place will surely invigorate the spirits of those in the holy city.
I want to be honest about this. I believe Mighty is the better candidate. He was once the crown prince of Kremnos, after all, and much of his lifetime was spent fighting alongside Nikador.
so the thing about this story, I really appreciated where they're going with it. But the thing is, I feel like Penacony has been better than this outcome because with Penacony, it sort of dropped all the it sort of dropped all the breadcrumbs. Like, we sort of already suspected about the Stellaron hunters and our relationship, and there were a lot of things that we like suspected in the story that like we're like we're assuming, right? But the thing is with this, it sort of confirmed what started in Penacony. So I feel like there's Penacony is sort of, this is like the other part of answering questions that resulted from Penacony. So I feel like that's why. Yeah, it was very more ominous, and there were things going on, and like I was afraid of their future, right, going in. Yeah, stuff about Firefly and about Robin's murder and about stuff that happened in Penacony was really scary because it felt like we didn't know what was going to happen and when, and everything was uncertain. And supposedly this was like a part of a script that Elio told them about. And so the whole time is like, what is the script? So why are they doing all these things? Is it all going to be a tragic story? Like, right? Like, you don't know what's going to happen. And I think that it set up, yeah, it delivered exactly what it was set up, which was really good. This one, it's hard because we haven't gone through all of the subsequent story patches yet. So my first impressions of the beginning of this world is it's starting strong, but it doesn't leave me with the same impact. If I were to compare this, it's like Final Fantasy 14, right? It's like the um, part with Least in the Liberation for anybody who's played 14. It's like go, solve, fight, solve, fight. And so there wasn't really a mystery. The only mystery was like what happened to Nikador, right? So we're only starting the overarching story with the Black Tide. I think as we start to learn what the Black Tide is, the potential for the story to get better is where the Black Tide is, right? That's what I'm thinking is the overall like what I'm looking for.
He is more worthy of the title of Strife than I am.
You have thought much about this, sweet child. But there is one thing you overlooked. The qualities you've mentioned are very likely the reasons my Demos refused this cool flame. I do not doubt his strength and talents. In fact, he must have imagined himself becoming a god 1,000 times over. But he turned it down because he does not want to lead his people down the same path again. So I will ask you once more. Have you made up your mind, Finan of Ides Elysiae?
I am ready for this. I will shoulder the burden of divinity alongside the both of you. I am willing to make the necessary sacrifices.
This guy, this is scary. He didn't
Very
know.
good.
He says it, but he didn't know. You should
The
ask them
day
what
has
that
finally come, Snowy.
involves.
You've been wanting this all along, right?
He thinks
The
so.
prophecy hadn't found me back then. I would still be roaming the world aimlessly. Right now, though, I live for the sole purpose of dedicating myself to the mission of the Chrysos heirs.
I never once doubted your resolve. This time tomorrow, the Chrysos heirs will gather at the Vortex of Genesis to surrender the core flame that once belonged to Nikador, the Lance of Fury. Remember, this is unlike the unchanging rites our priests perform. No one knows the true cost a mortal must pay, to accept Strife's divine authority.
Eee.
Your road ahead is still full of uncertainty. Use this time to properly rest.
Oh my
Final.
gosh. What if
I
something bad
understand.
happens? You don't know what the cost is.
Till tomorrow, then.
You know? So peaceful if nothing ever happened. Yeah, that's what I brought up too. It's funny that you bring that up because that's exactly what I'm saying. I really think that well, here's the thing. Finon was the first person we met, but I don't think in the context of literal first person. I think it's Aglaya. Honestly, I think Aglaya is who is hiding something. like I'm really suspicious because she doesn't want them to know about, you know, I don't know. I think it's Aglaya because she doesn't want the people to know about everything beyond the planet, right? I think we're gonna get emotionally attached to Triby and lose Triby. And I think Aglaya is gonna be the betrayer. And then I think that Finon is gonna be the hero. That's what I think. But I could be wrong. But I have a very big suspicion on Aglaya, so. The people of Amphoreus must have extraordinary spirits to be able to enjoy their lives in such troubled times.
They have Aglaya and Triby to thank for that. It is because of their protection that the citizens are able to enjoy peace. Where did Mighty go?
He was exhausted, so he already went back to rest.
Our victory might not have been possible without your help. I'm sure you've heard enough words of gratitude, but it's only right that I... Right! It would be the first time I thanked you, so... Thank you for your help, Miss Mem?
What's next for
Aglaya
us?
will gather us at the Vortex of Genesis this time tomorrow, where we'll perform a ritual to surrender the core flame. She only mentioned the Chrysos heirs, but if I invite you two, I'm sure she'll welcome your presence.
Is there anything we should know about this ritual?
From what Aglaya said, no one can predict what's going to happen, because each Titan's divine authority is unique. That's why I hope both of you can be there tomorrow. It'll bolster my confidence.
Ah, fine then, buddy. We got your back. We charge appearance fees.
That's settled then. The night's all yours, but get some rest before tomorrow's ritual. I should also take this time to sort out my thoughts. I'll see you soon, my friends.
You and Denhung watched Finan leave the bath. Did you pick up on that? He seemed troubled. Yeah, I did. I guess it's understandable seeing as how he's about to experience something extraordinary. The Titans may only be the local gods of Amphoreus, but a mortal descending to something else altogether sounds like a lot to take in. Well, about time we consider ourselves too. You're right, so much has happened in a short time that we haven't had time to consider our own predicament. Our car's scrapped, we've lost contact with the crew, and everything beyond the sky is taboo here. Nah, I'm gonna lose my login streak. It's a pity we can't send March a message so she can help with your dailies. Once Vine and Ascension Ritual is over, we should start working out on these problems of ours. For now though, let's just head back to the bath chamber to rest and gather ourselves. Exhaustion envelops you at this moment. No god of Amphoreus could pull your gaze from this lounge chair. Aw, are you sleepy? I can see your eyelids growing heavy. What? Full sentences? Go to sleep then. If you're tired, snoozy snooze. But isn't this the same daytime in the city? How do you fall asleep like this? Wait, something seems off. Did you notice? Eep! I'll get embarrassed if you keep staring at me like that. Are there knots in my fur? Is it my ears? No, they seem fine. Look! I can even flap them! You can say more than single words now. Huh? You're right! I am speaking in full sentences now. Wowee! It feels amazing to be able to speak fluently, but why do I speak with such proper and cutesy manner now? I mean, referring to myself in standard first person and all. Personality, you're always saying things that I don't exactly understand. Well, never mind. Since I'm forgiving type. Besides, now that I'm a bit more used to it, it doesn't sound bad. Wait, so you can tell me more about yourself now? I don't remember a thing about myself. My head hurts. I have this gut feeling though. As long as we continue to collect fragments of memories scattered across Amphoreus, we'll be rewarded with something really, really good. How should I put it? Ugh. Anyway, I just know that this world is very important to me. Sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm the protagonist here. So once again, it's all down to one guy and his dog. I'm not a dog or a pet. I am... what am I? Anyhow, I'm an important character for sure. I think I'm getting sleepy. The light feels so nice and warm. Even my first toasty warm. I can fall asleep any... I'll take a break too. I love how it's voiced to where it's literally like as if they were speaking, but in mem. Open this book. I'll be waiting for you in the past. Having learned Castrum Kremnos' past, now drop in the strand of nameless recollection. Whose visage comes into view. Record Mighty Most's story in the empty pages. Those flame-chasing people, those forgotten stories as I've written. A name bathed in blood. Among the soldiers, there's a famed city, Kremnos, a place the lawyer longed for, to be crowned prince.
No glory to be found in an
The cream of the crop to
only
attain.
obtainable through slaughter.
A man blocks my way. His name is Mighty-Most, Crown Prince of Kremnos. Despite having been a man of few words, news of his deeds had traveled far and wide. His tale is an extraordinary one, they say. Cast off a cliff by his father at birth, he plunged into the Sea of Souls and drifted for 9 years.
He managed to survive all of that?
Even the god of death turned him away.
An immortal body, a gift bestowed upon the man. As with every other Christos heir Amphoreus, a blessing yet also his curse. The taciturn man is seated at the table, expecting me to break the silence. Before us is a cup filled to the brim with a crimson liquid. People consider it is a Cremoan tradition to sustain their bodies with fresh blood. In popular legends, every body on the battlefield was taken.
Arrogant amateur historian. This is pomegranate juice.
He sees straight through my pretense, his gaze as keen as piercing lions. The man scoffs. Mem. The reason it's called a wild tale is because Castrum Kremnos has long vanished. With their god descended into madness, the city likewise became shrouded in fog. Rumor has it that during the final battles of Castrum Kremnos, this man took to the battlefield. Cutting down countless foes, fighting the sea of blood, he drove his spear through the heart of the enemy king. Yet, the tip of his spear was directed at his homeland. A chatter breaks out among the people. The man gives rise to leave. The truth of such rumors, he only speaks through his distant silhouette. A silhouette of a body that withstood endless trials and faced death an innumerable amount of times but bore not a single mark. Mighty, a hero of yore, now a traitor to Kremnos. The patricidal prince. Patriarchal, probably. Hey, lighten up! What's got you so serious? How did you end up turning into paper? Paper? No way. I'm as fluffy as ever. Come on, give me a feel. What in the world? I was in a deep sleep and the next thing I knew I woke up here. Since you're here too, does that mean did our hearts connect in a dream? Exactly, that's it. How cute. It's as if we're fated to be connected. Although, I'm not completely in the dark, I adore this story. They say dreams are veils cast by Ornyx? Could this be a gift from them? It appears the Titan cherishes you just as much as I do. I get it, a bedtime story. I love bedtime stories. Please read one to me. I've got a hunch that the beautiful star we just saw is a treasure that brings stories. In our travels ahead, we're sure to encounter many more. So let's keep our eyes peeled and dive into reading together. We need to collect tons of bedtime stories. Then you can read them to me. Wow. Ah, I see. So those are the Flame Chasers. Amphoreus, the Saga of Heroes. While you're having a strange dream somewhere else in Akama.
You should take this opportunity to rest, Lord Finon. The core flame ritual is tomorrow.
Today, tomorrow, what difference does it make? It's always morning in Akama under Kefali's protection. So long as the light continues to shine this brightly, I won't be getting any sleep. Why force myself to shut my eyes when I can instead take this time to calm my mind and gather my thoughts? That counts as rest too.
That's what I do.
Have you thought things through, then?
Not at all. Everything's a
She's like,
jumbled
"Oh,
mess
okay."
still. I don't even know where to start. The core flame was blazing hot in my palm in the beginning. But it has completely cooled off now. I can barely feel it. Miss Castoris, does this mean I'm a good match for Nikador?
I don't quite get how it works, but if it's going to put you at ease, then I will say yes to that.
Thank you. That's the abyss in the distance. Oh, that reminds me of the question I didn't get to ask. Back in the temple with the scales of justice, when
Oh my
Ornyx
gosh.
was trying to deter us, why did you stop me, Miss Castoris?
Because I knew there must be another solution. Something more important than the fate of Amphoreus.
Oh, because he chose his
It's far
life.
too cruel and unfair to ask that of you.
He's saying
You
he
should
put his
know
life
that I
as
would
that.
have gone ahead if Don Hung hadn't come up with an answer in time.
He would have, yep.
I know. We should not have hesitated then. I stopped you before I even realized it myself. It's fortunate we had the both of them there with us.
But he wanted
Yeah.
to give up the...
It's a good thing we had them.
Are you still thinking about the past, Lord Finon?
Every waking moment. I lied to the two demigods just now. I told them the duty of the Chrysos heirs is all I think about now. Do you think I managed to slip by Aglaïa's golden threads this time?
Of course. So Finon is
No one
lying.
forced her, Lord Finon.
Oh, see? Well,
She merely chooses to turn a blind eye to our lies.
yeah, there you go.
You're right. How foolish of me to think I got away with it. I often wonder if someone as ordinary as me can really become a hero. I thought defeating Nikador would quell the voice of doubt in my mind,
Let me guess, he's not a
but it is only grown
crisis there.
I don't have the right words for you now, but I know you're far from ordinary, Lord Finon. Mighty often calls you deliverer in jest.
Everybody has
I
their
don't believe
secrets
he means
here.
it mockingly.
I should probably shut out these pointless thoughts and empty my mind until the hour of the ritual. I did that before sitting for Treeby's history exam. Who in the world could hope to go over those piles of documents and slates? I decided I was better off resigning myself to fate. That way I'd get more time to play and practice with my sword.
How did you do on the exam, then?
He failed.
My
Right.
score? I don't
So
remember
funny.
anymore.
Probably
All I
right.
remember is Treeby punishing me to a full week of cleaning the Chrysos Air's bath, and no one was allowed to help me.
So High Priest Treeby can be strict too. Please continue with this mentality, Lord Finon. I believe you'll be all right.
Thank you, Miss Casterus. I think I'll stay here for a little while and keep all of those unruly thoughts out. It's not like anything will come of them anyway. The sights of Ides Elysiae, my homeland, have been flashing before my eyes lately. Those Kremnoans mastered some cutting-edge technology. If only I could separate my soul from my body too. That way I'd be able to fly my soul back to the comforting fields of my homeland anytime. That's the only place I can be momentarily at peace.
Well, well. Outside Amphoreus in the familiar corner of the cosmos. Oh god.
Adventure. Feel free to replace blank with whatever description you see fit. Oh, I bet you're as curious as I am. So, what's going to happen next? Oh, keep it together. All that excitement isn't going to get you anywhere, you know? Why don't you follow me into another tale on the other side of the cosmos? Ta-da! Recognize this place? Heard a space station. The base of a genius and the cradle of science. Look at all these puppets! Aren't they dearly exquisite? Let's just say I've already heard many others secretly gushing. She looks so pretty on more than one occasion. If you ask me though, they barely did justice to Madame Herda's beauty. Maybe just 10%. No, not even 1% of the real deal. Now, I'm no fawner here, just stating an objective fact. Remember this scene? Oh, it evokes so much emotion in me. The esteemed Madame Herda, Genius Society number 83, asking the great Noose a question. An attempt to gain a peek into the divinity's mysteries through them.
News. Wow.
Alright, so continuing from where we left off last time, this is where everything would begin for the genius smart enough to rewrite the history of the entire
Fourth mirror? Who exactly are you talking to?
Why, I was just ramping it up for our grand appearance, Madame Herda.
So a dramatic debut? But what are the odds of that happening? Sure, slightly plausible, if I did manage to talk to Droidhead. But guess what's the problem? They have no reaction whatsoever.
But look at this, Madame Herda. You're standing before Noose here.
Oh, that? That's a hologram. What? I can't possibly summon the real Droidhead here, can I?
Wait, what? You mean to say you've just been reciting your lines before a hologram?
Yeah, creating dramatic value. Isn't that what you're most obsessed with? Moving on. Don't try, but you wouldn't even begin to imagine how difficult it is to send a message to Noose. And I went all out for it. Powering the audience system alone required me to reconfigure the energy supply of the entire space station. I had to switch it to hibernate mode before rebooting everything. Do you have any idea how much that cost?
Not to mention everybody had to evacuate.
How much? How much?
I'm not in charge of finance. Go pose that to Asta instead.
Oh, you don't know either.
I am Herda.
It's Arlen.
herself,
Arlen
the
runs us this
emanator
credit
of
card, remember?
Erudition, and a true blue genius. Why would I be the
Oh.
That menial task.
Wait, we didn't know she was an emanator, did we? I didn't know that. Have we always known that Herda was the emanator of Erudition? That's a little... wow. Oh, but then I guess I wasn't paying attention. I didn't know she was literally the emanator of Erudition.
You're absolutely right, madam.
Excuse me.
PC should really be providing a genius like you.
Maybe I didn't understand. Maybe I didn't understand what emanators were, because I know I didn't understand until Archeron what an emanator was.
With that said, Herda herself, emanator of erudition and true blue genius. What do you plan to do now?
What else can I do? Identify what's malfunctioning within the audience system and fix it, of course.
Don't take offense to my candid words, Madam Herda. You may be proficient in many aspects, but is hands-on work really one of your strong suits? I humbly suggest for you to contact Steven.
Steven?
Contact him and expose how I shelled out a bomb to send a message to Droidhead, only to screw up everything else?
All right. I get it.
Good that you do. There. That's the audience systems terminal. Come, walk with me. We'll check what's wrong with it.
Aye, ma'am. Oh, but I can't walk. I can only float.
Semantics.
What's with your witty remarks today?
Man, I wish so much that I got Herda. I wish so much that I got Herda. No, I'd have to shell out actual money at this point to get Herda. So while I wish that was the case, yeah. I have a feeling it's I can just go back to that's fine.
Let's wait and see.
A day of peaceful repose.
Yeah, that's also it's fine. I wish I would have, but
Take a look.
it's fine.
This is pure genius in action.
At least I don't have to do eruditions, so.
This is the audience system? Hi, it looks just like the simulated universe.
Keen observation. They share the same fundamental logic and are pretty much identical in that regard.
Ah, I see. We call this referencing and not appropriation, right?
One more stupid remark from you, and you can watch Fifth Mirror reference your role because I'm going to be dropping you as my assistant.
Wow.
Focus now. The audience system is divided into 3 zones: energy supply, computing, and communications. Each zone operates independently and will only be integrated via the path of erudition when the system is booted. Sending a message to Droidhead involves more intricacies than you can imagine. If routine trials and maintenance on such an elaborately sophisticated system are already as bad as squaring circles, then it's no surprise for glitches like this to crop up.
I see. So, Madam Herda, can you use your professional judgment to tell which zone the glitch is in?
Of course, all 3. No sweat. They'll be up and running again after some simple technical tweaking. The 3 zones are compartmentalized, so we're going to have to troubleshoot them one at a time. Let's start with the energy supply zone. Get ready, and then we'll go over.
I'm just a mirror, Madam Herda. If you're ready, then your reflection in me will also be ready to go. Brr, why is this energy supply zone so cold?
It's Eurilo 6.
I'm already frosting up.
Why else? I've converted the energy core that supplies all of Herta Space Station into imaginary state and stored it in this zone. If not for the ultra-low temperature here, the space station would have long blasted up into the sky.
But aren't we already in the sky?
You're just a mirror? I don't need you to take on comic relief, too.
Our elation character is the mayor.
Faulty data? Reanimated systemic rust? No, not likely. It can't be the Legion's second ambush, right?
Masked fool, masked mayor.
Whatever. We had to get rid of them anyway. Alright, stay close and try to avoid shattering to pieces.
Mortal form. Watch over you and guide you on your path.
Helpless as ever. Expand your thinking. Never open sesame. I don't have time for games.
Reach the end of the story in your own way. A day of peaceful
Let's wait.
We have to have another Erudition character, right? You said? Well, for now, we won't add one, but we'll add one in a second.
Repay. Eternal state. Dead return.
Curiosity is a dangerous thing, you know. Endless riddles, but the answer is nothing but a void.
Super cool.
The door to a whole new world. Raise barriers of the unknown and watch them crumble. Still as
It's so funny, right?
You just got to expand your thinking.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Expand your thinking.
And Madame Herta never fails to impress. Those things are no match for you.
A piece of cake. Now that this place is cleaned up, let's set everything in order and move on to the next zone.
I am gonna name Mini Herta. That is exactly who I'm going to add.
Let's wait.
Upgrade configured.
They just wanted you to play Herta for a bit, is what this comes down to. They want you to play Herta.
Get in here.
We're going to need out-of-this-world computing capability if we hope to meet Droidhead. If we can't churn out calculations faster than a Yottaflop's computer, then we can forget about having them notice our existence. But computers with too high a computing capability tend to attract computing stings like them. No one knows how these creatures evolved from their progenitor, the propagation.
Ah, the mysteries of life. But even so,
Oh my gosh.
compare to a talking mirror. A question on the side, Madam Herta? You have these powerful supercomputers and so, what are they normally programmed to calculate?
Is that important? All that matters is that they work and are able to attract droid heads' attention.
I suggest meeting Miss Ast over a chat when you have time.
Take a look. This is
Mim.
Repay.
Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? Oh, it's all yours. Curiosity is a dangerous thing, you know. Endless riddles, but the answer is nothing but a void. Time to twirl!
Follow up.
Reach the end of the
Let's
story
wait
in your own
and
way.
see.
Upgrade configured. Take a look.
Mim.
Repay. I'll see you off.
I don't have time. Open sesame. Time to twirl. Expand your thinking. Honored to meet me. Do you know this big diamond? It's all yours.
Right.
Time to twirl.
He's like, I learned this from Penacony. And immediately stole it.
Yuck! Help me! Go from those bugs got under my reflective surface.
Keep you from cracking though. You got
Clean
all
up
those.
after yourself. Can't you just wipe it off with your hands?
Good one there.
With those annoying bugs squashed, we're done fixing the computing zone too. These computers will get up to speed soon. Now we're just one final step away from requesting an audience with Droidhead.
Our last stop is the communication zone.
Oh? You have a good memory. Let's go see what's wrong in that zone.
Get it? Memory, RAM, computing.
Let's wait.
Upgrade configured. Take a look.
What's all this? I didn't think your puppets would be in here too, Madam Herta.
Unsurprisingly, the communication zone is where a bridge for communication will be formed between Droidhead and the space station, aggregating the path energy of the Erudition, then firing a bond at the Eon. This is as good as tapping someone on the shoulder who's sure to turn back to look at you. Alas, our work is never this simple. Putting aside all that onerous legwork.
She wants every.
A single glance from
She wants to be
Droidhead
looked at like
would
the
vaporize
main
the
character
entire
got looked
space
at by
station
5
for
different
ill
paths.
repair.
I see. So letting the space station go into
4 different
hibernation is
paths.
a protective measure of sorts. To prevent it from slipping into operational overload and turning into a scrap world?
Very perceptive for a mirror.
Mirror see. And here, mirror do. No, I neither have eyes nor ears. This zone seems to be functioning fine. These puppets are doing their job and I don't see any obvious malfunction.
Things may look fine only on the surface.
Madam Herta, behind you. Huh? What does she want?
Let me take a look. This puppet should be number 2757.
How did you tell?
Shh! Don't distract me when I'm checking the puppet's parameters. 2757. That's strange.
What's wrong? Madam Herta?
The replica personality module is off. Well, that can't be. This parameter is set to be enabled by default, and the utterly absurd module has also been disabled.
Utterly absurd.
Something's
Oh my gosh.
definitely wrong here.
She's definitely
I
utterly
checked a
absurd.
couple days ago and made sure every puppet has it switched on. The attack, anything, everything module.
No, wait. Why do you even have such presets?
Oh my gosh.
Is enabled. Intruder detected. Threats. Come and help me, Mirror. Anything, everything, attack!
Little gremlin.
These are hermetic remnants of the remembrance? So they were the ones that corrupted and tampered with the settings of my puppets? Expand your thinking. Time to twirl!
Other puppet herder was mad at him.
What a close shave. But why are these remembrance names even showing up here?
That's not the only one. Look at them. Number 7631 and number 10136 are affected too.
Can't you do a factory reset on them?
Sorry to disappoint. The Absolutely Not module has been enabled, so not even I get to bypass its permissions.
Absolutely not module.
What were you really trying to achieve with these creations?
Just some toys to amuse myself with. Finding the source of the corruption can wait. These puppets no longer have use now that I'm here. Take them all out. Defective goods ought to be sent back to the repair center.
I urge you to go easy on them for the sake of this vacation.
That's so funny. She didn't care. She's gonna smash them all. No empathy, this woman.
Let's wait.
Take a look.
She's like, nah, it's alright, guys. Just squish them all.
We need a strategy.
No, you don't. Just hit her in the back.
Repay.
Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void. Time to twirl!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Let's wait and see.
Upgrade configured. Take a look.
We need a strategy.
Repay.
Do you know who I am? This big diamond! It's all yours! Time to twirl!
She just doesn't even care.
Eternal step.
Dead return!
I don't like his design. Megas thinks that he's copying that one guy from Fate, which is probably true. They do look alike. I don't remember his name, but yeah, I don't just like. I hate his personality. My problem with him.
Honored to meet me. Time to twirl!
They're completely battered. Save for
End of the story in your
their
own way.
heads.
Except for their heads.
Well, never strike someone in the face. The same goes for puppets.
Let's wait.
I'm picking up signals from more puppets somewhere further in. Let's go take a look. Take a look. This is...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really dig him. He's
Number 0988. The pride of my creations.
Should I
the
be
pride.
curious?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no.
Puppets before her were all as dull as brick walls, mundane and uninspired. I distinctly recall number 098.
Magical
being the
surprise.
first
Oh my
puppet
gosh.
I imbued
Moho Shoujo?
a magical
Like,
surprise.
did she have
Some
a...
other puppets that came later also got to enjoy similar privileges.
Good to know. But did anyone ask?
I did. I wanted to know.
Fear not, Mirror. You have to remember that being a genius means you're destined to solve challenge after challenge. There's no time for rest.
Can I just be on the sidelines this time?
Repay.
Do you know who I am?
This big diamond! It's all yours!
Great.
Bloom. Eternal sleep. The dead return!
I don't have time for games. Open sesame. Time to twirl!
The paw!
Curiosity is a endless riddles, but the answer is nothing but a void. Time to twirl! Expand your thinking. Watch it crumble. What are you looking at? Time to twirl!
Gee. Oh, that's great.
Never seen perfection before. Open sesame. Time to twirl!
Do you know who I am?
This big diamond! It's all yours! Curiosity is a dangerous thing. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void. Time to twirl! Expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown.
Gosh, her is so good.
Oh, well, that was close. I almost shattered.
But don't be melodramatic. Working even a single brain cell of mine to take out foes like her is an outright waste of my smarts.
I take it we've taken care of the problems in all 3 zones? Does that mean?
Not yet. There's something else we need to deal with. It seems we've had a little tag-along all this while.
You've got quite the sharp eye, Madam Herta. Would you like us to help?
Sure. Go ahead and summon the whole team forth, Mirror. Considering the gravity of our endeavor, we can't allow a little thief to spoil the show. Parasite of the remembrance. Do you truly think your atrocious disguise can outwit the keen sight of a genius like myself? Once you're reflected in my mirrors.
Oi, is that the one from the Express?
You can forget about
Or just a
skill.
random, probably not the same one.
Oh dear, this is bad.
Okay, yeah, okay. I was about to say, was that the same one? I was like, no! Plot thickens, but it's not.
Right, stay alive. And again, I can strive.
Yeah.
Retreat into the memory zone for now. I can always regroup and try again.
Someone hasn't been paying attention. Didn't hear me, did you? For those petty tricks of yours. Do you actually think you can slip away right under my nose?
Herta. Madam Herta, wait. What do you want with me? I'll spill it all. The garden's secrets, and what they're after. Everything. Please, just spare me.
Well, is that all you've got to say while your life is at stake?
Wow.
Well, that's hardly worth anything. Need a little
Okay.
I am Herda, Genius Society number 83, the one to unravel the mystery behind the imaginary leakage phenomenon, and key holder of the imaginary implosion pulse. Do you honestly believe I'd seek any counsel from you?
I...
Hush now. Keep quiet. This is my moment to shine, so just listen.
Wow, the imagery is so good, right? You know?
You crept in here to steal Noose's memories, didn't you?
Oh.
And messing with my precious audience system is just a ruse to lure me here so I can lead you to them. What a shame. You're only a step away from completing the mission assigned to you. As if. Truth is, you never stood a chance from the get-go. Think I only have fourth mirror following me around? Oh, then you've let your guard down. Because her siblings have long been watching your every move. Now, let me think. What kind of punishment should I subject a brazen thief like you to? Oh, I know. You garden folk have a fondness for mirrors, huh? How about letting you enjoy some quality time with your favorite object? A mirror. As for the length of your punishment, let's keep it mildly punitive. How about 100th of a lifetime? That should be enough for some serious self-reflection. Oh, cheer up. You can still do your part for this world while trapped in a mirror. For all you know, your weak path energy could just help me get droid head looking this way. Oh, I should make myself clear. When I said 100th of a lifetime, I meant my lifetime. At long last,
Yeesh.
we can finally be at ease now that we've nipped those problems in the bud.
This is yummy.
Oh, cut that out! Those weird noises make me feel
Right?
like I got a few screws loose.
Oh my
Put
gosh.
that little thief to sleep for now. We can decide her fate later.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, sweet and venerable Madam Herda, when did your heart turn this tender?
The audience system has been rebooted. This is finally it. After all that I have done to reach you, droid head, you better not snub me. Take a look. This is pure genius in action. The path space. This isn't a figment of the simulated universe, but a perfectly tangible and accessible space. Right. Now's not the time to wallow in nostalgia. Droid head, will you answer me?
Madam Herda, we picked up some voices from the space.
Let me hear them.
Oh.
Is this
Binary, yeah.
binary arithmetic? Could it be droid head? Wait. There shouldn't be a 2 in binary arithmetic.
There isn't. There's only ones and
Is
zeros.
this some kind of prank?
The kind of stuff you learn whenever you do programming and all that stuff.
Madam
Anyway.
Herda, we're hearing those voices again. What now? What should we do?
Keep your cool, second mirror. What did they say this time? Play it again for me. Door Locked.
Who is that on the other side?
This isn't the voice of the path at all. What in the world is going on?
No, there's someone else competing with her, right? There's somebody else also trying to open. That's someone else.
Madam Herda, those lads outside seem to be discussing something interesting. Want to listen in on them?
Third mirror. Stop that nightmarish cackle. It's giving me goosebumps. Wait, did you say those lads outside? Could it be?
Why don't you listen for yourself?
This isn't right. I'm sure we got intruders in the lab.
Yep. Oh, well,
Wait! Stop! Whatever you're about to do, no, don't even think about it.
oh my gosh, well, no!
Me right now. I must continue forward. Just a few more steps and I'll be able to see Droid Head.
Is something wrong, Madam Herda?
No, that's nothing. I was just thinking.
Madam Herda? I think you'll want to listen to the voices from beyond this space.
Oh!
Wait, what are they up to?
Sunday, Welt, and Himiko are probably together.
Is this the harmony?
There you go!
Ridiculous. Hoping to stop me with such cheap parlor tricks. Not a chance.
Presumptuous fellows. Who are you to interrupt Madam Herda's experiment? Let's ignore them and keep going. We haven't seen news yet.
Forget it, Mirror. Let's just leave.
Leave? Surely you're not suggesting we stop the audience experiment right now? That's beyond all reason, ma'am. We went through so much just to get here. And now we're just one step away from making contact with the Eon themselves. Please! You know how insanely costly it is to reboot the audience system.
But if I were to ignore those two intruders and continue onward, when Droid Head casts their gaze upon the space station, the blast of energy generated in that instant is sure to burn them to a crisp. Experiments can always be repeated, but humans cannot be brought back to life.
Wow. Well.
Oh, Madam Herda, so was it kind. I am truly unlucky mirror to have found the best possible master.
Yeah, Runmei wouldn't agree with that, I agree. Oh, goodness.
Fawning tone on me. Looks like I'll have to abort this prematurely again. But mark my words, Droid Head. I will be back for you.
Madam Herta? You're finally awake.
Well.
You two? Oh. My plan is ruined. And it's all thanks to you.
Your plan?
My sincerest apologies, Madam Herta. We weren't aware this was a part of your plan. The space station was in complete darkness when we arrived, so Sunday and I assumed something bad had happened. We continued further into the space station, hoping to find the cause of the blackout. And that's when we chanced upon your actual self.
How did you get in?
The door wasn't locked.
All right, fine.
That's so funny. She's like, I messed that
am a
up.
person of reason, after all. You're not to blame for this.
Yeah, you left it open, Herta.
I am familiar with Mr. Yang at the Astral Express. But the one
The
next
fact
to
that
you?
Herta and Sunday are meeting is pretty wild.
Looks like Madame Herta doesn't pay much attention to cosmic news.
Please pardon my manners. It is unbecoming of me to forget the most basic of courtesies amid all that has happened. My name is Sunday, and I'm just a passenger of the Express.
And this, unremarkable passenger happens to be a Harmony Pathstrider? Do you
Goodness.
take me for a child? In any case, I don't suppose you came all the way here just to check on how the space station is doing?
Well, we were worried for a moment there, but it's good to know the space station isn't in any kind of trouble. We're here because of Amphoreus, Madame Herta.
Ah.
Why does that not surprise me?
Oh, something occurred to you?
No! I've told Himiko everything I know. Nothing about the world sounds right. Droidhead has cast their gaze upon numerous worlds in the past, and every one of them is etched in my mind. So how could I possibly not know about it? Perhaps those garden folks lied to you. Anyhow, I've looked up the name Amphoreus in the simulated universe. Though clearly irrelevant results have already been filtered out, there's still an unbelievably long list of generated results. Something about how the Divine Amphoreus team will swap out their current crest emblem for one in King Babaru's likeness in the next season. I hope that can be of some help to you.
We may as well take a look at it.
I still don't get it, though. Didn't the Astral Express already depart some time ago? Is that world so incredibly spectacular that it warrants this return trip?
Oh boy, here we go.
Well, that's because we're caught between a rock and a hard place. If Amphoreus is indeed inextricably entwined with eons, paths, and even the Erudition, we're going to need the wisdom of a genius to help us, especially now that we've seen the planet for ourselves.
Elaborate a little on this rock and a hard place you're caught between.
We've lost all contact with
She's not gonna let it go, the
indispensable
fact that our main
companions
character's
since
lost
they
because of the
entered
Stellaron in him.
Amphoreus. And that's not all. One of our other companions is suffering from a
March.
serious and inexplicable affliction.
Ooh, this is, all of this is, wow. Good thing you're finally up, or that giant light's gonna give you a sunburn. They've been this excited for a while. What did you feed them? More like they snuck food themselves. Really now? I wouldn't do something like that. But come to think of it, I don't think when the last time I was and I ate something was... Forget it, you can skip the translation. I can somehow tell that none of that chatting is meaningful. It's almost time. The crisis heirs will be finishing up their preparations at the Vortex of Genesis. Let's go witness the core flames return when you're ready. Wow, wow. Give it a tap with your bat. When the tide of memory subsides and you discover the crystal shards I've emotionally cut and buried, a gift of destiny. The universe of time. These memories are when I lived with Dan hung in the bath chamber, and I see them again. The memories here are incredibly vivid. You can recall the life you led with Dan hung in Amphoreus and convert them into fixed amount of memory shards. Refresh us at the beginning of each week. Good to know. It's hard because, okay, here's what I did. Because I am a big Tales fan. So I bought a physical copy, but I bought digital this time because PS4 version is only digital in the US region. And I did ask a fellow streamer, Mutileska, which I'm really grateful she checked for me. You can only convert from PS4 to PS5 to get the trophy pop. Same thing as Tales of Arise. You cannot convert downward from PS5 to PS4. So with that note, I'm going to be streaming the PS4 version with the intent to up convert for the trophies. Because I don't want it to be like Tales of Arise where I only have platinum for PS5 and I have to replay the whole game on PS4 to do that. Because the Elith, apparently the Elith, Max Elith 9,999 is still a trophy apparently. So you do not want to grind that and not get the achievement for it on whatever platform you want. So if you're getting it on Steam, you're all good. But if you're getting it on console, I recommend buying the PS4 version so you can get 4 and 5 both at the same time, and then you can up convert to get the platinums. But that's like, you know, your preference, but like that's what I'm going to be playing it on. And the Switch version is washed out, by the way. So no, so I don't have platinum on Japanese English versions on PS3. I do own them both. But I never completed both. All the Tales games, the only one I've actually 100%ed in recent times is Arise, only on PS5 because it didn't down convert. All the others I was going to work on last year, but then we got all backlogged with all these games, and it was supposed to be a Tales of last year, you know what I mean? So, you know, that's why. So, no, I just really love Tales of games, and I want 100% all of them, and I love them all very much, and that's why I do it, so. But I am going to be going back and doing all of them, so just a heads up.
Misery and bliss, the same no matter where you go.
Oh, Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world. We seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy.
Your guests are here, Finan. We can begin the ritual now.
Lord Mighty isn't here yet.
It's fine, Miss Caceres. He spoke to me already. I told him he should be nurturing his wounds, and that he shouldn't be worrying about all this comrades once-in-a-lifetime ascension ritual stuff. So, I'm ready to begin.
Teacher, show him the way forward.
Despite the myriad dark and endless nights that have gone by, the guidance of the prophecy is nevertheless as clear and bright as the first ray of dawn. Overthrow the gods, it declared. Restore the core flames, it declared. Bear the divine authority, it declared. Forge miracles, it declared. Oh, prophecy, forgive us for this late tribute. We, Chrysos Eris, have striven to start the flame chase journey anew over these myriad nights. The seeds we sowed have finally yielded a good harvest. The seventh core flame needed for the miracle that once belonged to the great lance of fury, Nikador,
I'm so nervous about this because we don't even know what's gonna happen, right?
hero of the Chrysos heirs, an upstanding citizen, a valiant warrior, and a noble soul. Please step forward, Finan of Ides Elysiae. Recite with us.
majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world. We seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy.
Surrender the core flame, Chrysos heir.
Oh my gosh, no. Oh, okay.
The Lance of Fury's constellation is illuminated. Why is the vortex this silent? Was it also like that in the past?
Patience, Finan. Do not make us question this decision.
Lord Naius?
Aww.
I'm afraid he's not the person you know, Castorus. That is a manifestation of the prophecy, an echo of the Titan's divinity. It is here to examine the Titan's successor. Mortal, who wishes to inherit my divine authority. Your strength and character have been thoroughly tested. Yet your will wavers. If you are to inherit Nikador's relentless fight against the unspeakable Black Tide, you must accept a trial of divinity. Prove that you possess an indestructible will, and vanquish the fears deep in your heart.
Vanquish the fears in my heart.
You have to undergo another dungeon, per se.
So be it. No matter what obstacles you plan to put in my way, I'm ready to overcome them. Prophesies tomorrow, I will become the god Amphoreus needs.
I'm wondering.
Come with me, Finon of Aegis Elysiae.
What the trial's gonna be.
You shall abandon your mortal body, and in suffering, be reborn as a god.
This guy, I have no
Wait for my
qualms that
return.
this is gonna be. Oh, okay, so he's gonna go and we're gonna wait. Sure thing.
Lord Finon is gone?
He has stepped onto the battlefield to fight a campaign that can only be won by him alone. All we can do is wait and have faith.
I don't know about you, but I don't like to just sit by and wait for the fate to be decided.
I pray you truly are prepared, Lord Finon.
You seem worried.
I spoke at length with Lord Finon before. There was hesitation in his words. The manifestation of the prophecy must have seen this. It saw Lord Finon's heart wavering. Wherever he is, whatever he is fighting, I pray he makes it through this test.
Chibi. Junon and Chibi, I guess. Looks like she fell asleep. Presiding over the ritual must take a toll.
Snowy. Will succeed.
Finan steers his own fate. If he can conquer his fear and return as a demigod, we will be one step closer to the miracle that the prophecy promised.
You have a lot of faith in him.
You must have noticed by now. Every Chrysos heir here bears a flaw of sorts. Be it the curse of immortality, or the constant erosion of their humanity, or... But not Finan. He is a Chrysos heir without flaw, a perfect vessel for divinity. There will come a day when he leads everyone we have left, through the gates of the miracle.
Still too late, huh?
Finan said you weren't coming.
The constellation of the Lance of Fury is already illuminated. That must mean...
The core flame has been surrendered. The Lord Finan's test isn't over yet. The prophecy sent an ambassador. They acknowledged Lord Finan's strength and character, but had doubts about his strength of will. He must conquer his fear and prove himself to the prophecy.
I was right to be worried. I want to formally thank you, outsiders. Were it not for your aid, our campaign against Nikador would have been 100 times more arduous.
Isn't it nice to be polite?
Kremnoans revere strength and military might. That does not mean we lack etiquette.
Sure. Mighty, what do you say when you were worried?
They don't know yet? That guy has always been tormented by his past. I may not be the right person to tell you about him, but you must know his past if you are to continue fighting alongside Finan.
Lord Mighty, please allow me.
Very well.
Before he was chosen by the prophecy, Lord Finan had everything taken away from him. His home, his family, his close friends. Everything he once swore to protect. He became a hollowed shell in his youth, and the blazing flames of vengeance were the only thing sustaining him. The prophecy gave him a new mission, granting him a new life as a Chrysos heir. But which is more important to him? His new mission, or his desire for revenge? I'm afraid only he knows. No. Perhaps he himself is still struggling to get to an answer.
I acknowledge his strength, but fear is something not even the sharpest of swords can cut through. I hope you've toughened your resolve, Deliverer. Only a will as tough as stone can shatter the darkest nightmares.
Is something wrong? Don't keep me in suspense. Come on, tell me already. What did you see?
I just wanted to get a reaction out of you. Alright, I'll tell you. This card is the Deliverer.
Deliverer? What does that mean?
The interpretation is really long. Maybe I should just skip it. All you need to know is, this card means you'll be a hero, worshipped by all. You will protect this world and save lots and lots of people from scary enemies with your sword. Do you like the sound of that?
But...
What's the matter? This is a good card.
But I don't want to be everyone's hero. I just want to stay in this village with everyone I know. Grandpa and Grandma said the outside world is full of bad people. That's why they're always at war. Who wants to save bad people like them? I can be a hero, but only our village's little hero.
So this lesson is very important in context and definitely in the sign of our times, our current predicaments in the world today. Without good people, even if you're scarred, right, by people who do bad things, the virtue of still helping those that hurt you and you carrying the weight of the damage that does to you, people question whether that's okay. They're like, if people hurt you, you should be able to like defend yourself or fight back. But sometimes in those instances, perpetuating that cycle of hurt and hate allows it to thrive. And so there's always these stories of like self-sacrifice and what that means to take on burden, and whether being a good person is worth it whenever only bad people ever gain riches and property and everything that they desire, right? So like what kind of life you choose to live in comparison to somebody who's not morally and ethically correct, what value that holds to each individual, right? So this is that kind of story. And it's always very hard because not everybody holds the same morals and values, you know?
Well, little hero, if the day comes for us to say goodbye to ID Silizii, could you become a deliverer then?
Do I have to leave the village?
Mm-hmm. If something like that happens, someone will have to save the world.
Then I'll...
Hmm? I'm just teasing you. Don't worry. ID Silizii is a peaceful place. Bad people won't reach us here. Are you going home already?
Don't listen to
If you're
her.
not in a hurry, should we go play with the fairies again?
Oh, fairies! Okay, I love playing with them. I'll win back the wooden sword I lost to them.
Look at how excited that got you. Let's go then. May this world never have need for a deliverer.
Wow, really? And so she died. Pom-Pom, have you prepared our meals already?
Of course the food's ready. March isn't feeling well, so Pom-Pom has specially prepared the conductor's special bland meal that'll be easy on her stomach. Can you bring it to her, Himiko?
Gladly. Why don't we also get her,
No coffee when she's already feeling unwell.
I guess you're right. March, I'm coming in, okay? Oh, that phased ice. Yep. Dang.